Welcome to the New Fly Fisher. I'm your host, Jenna McEwen, and in this week's episode, I am in beautiful Sunset Country. I'm the guest of Hawk Lake Lodge, and there are 19 different lakes that I can choose from on this adventure. I'll be exploring many of them, going to outposts and fishing the main Hawk Lake. We're going to explore different techniques for midsummer bass. Stay with us. Ooh, that's a beautiful one.
Check out this beautiful smallmouth.
That is what you're in for on this episode of the New Fly Fisher.
The New Fly Fisher is supported by Hawk Lake Lodge, Northwest Ontario Tourism, Scientific Anglers, Trout Unlimited, WeatherTech Canada.
On this fishing adventure, I'm in Northern Ontario, exploring lakes in Sunset Country and visiting the beautiful Hawk Lake Lodge. Located just 40 minutes outside of the town of Kenora, Ontario, Hawk Lake Lodge is accessible by vehicle, with stellar accommodations, amenities, and services. All that's left to do is focus on the fishing. That is exactly what I did on this trip. It's the beginning of August, and my goal is to tap into the phenomenal smallmouth bass fishery available here at Hawk Lake Lodge. Owner Ted Putnam is passionate about conservation, and thanks to the lodge's catch and release policy, there is no shortage of epic fishing available.
I wanted the lodge to be sort of an extension of myself. If I went to a lodge, what would I want it to be? So all I've done for the last 15 years is just made it exactly how I'd want it to be. And the first thing we did, which is sort of somewhat controversial when we did it, was we went to 100% catch and release. When you throw everything back, like the fishery just exploded and it got great. So like every cabin had a hot tub, because I've always thought, gosh, I want to have a hot tub when I go fishing, because that'd be cool. Or I want to have a gourmet chef, or I want to have a nice bar with a wine cellar, or all these neat things, all these little touches. And now it's sort of like, it's not a business, it's just a neat place where all my friends get to go fishing and have a great time. And it's very much an extension of myself. And I love it. Like, I can never leave this place because it's not a business. Like, look at this. Like, this is wonderful. And I've fallen in love with Northern Ontario and everything it has to offer. And I certainly would love to spend the rest of my days here. It's just a neat spot.
After settling in, I couldn't wait to get out on the water. I connected with Jeff Bloom, one of my guides for the week, and we headed out onto the main Hawk Lake to try and key in to the evening bite. What kind of retrieve lately? Fast,
so I usually go slow on the slow side, but erratic. But if you do start to notice it, what I'll do is let the fly drop and see how they react. A lot of the times they will hit it when it's dropping.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Nice. That was on that little bit of a strip.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I definitely wanted to chase that.
It's awesome being able to see a hit like that.
Coming over that tree.
Yeah. Bring him up for you. awesome. Thank you, Jeff.
No problem.
With one evening of fishing under our belt, I could hardly wait to see what tomorrow had in store. Day 2 started off bright and early, as Jeff suggested that we hit the water at sunrise to try and key in to the early morning bite. They heard you
they're
were here.
definitely chasing the minnows though, because you can see like a really small wake. So sometimes when these smallmouth are chasing bait like that, they're pretty keyed into that specific bait, whether it's Cisco or perch. They seem to be pretty small, the bait I saw, so I would guess perch. We could try casting something around pretty small and then just try searching.
So fast retrieve.
Yeah, cast it, and usually small strips, but kind of a consistent fast retrieve. If you can hit that, yeah, try strip really quick.
After some patience and tips from Jeff, my hard work finally paid off.
Yeah, it looks decent.
Nice. Very nice. It is early morning and the bite is on. Whoa. See if I can get him up here. Yeah, that's a nice fish. It's making you work for it. I'm up in the guides and oh man, these fish fight well. This is fun. Come on, buddy. It's almost time. There we go. Oh, beautiful bass.
Nice fish.
Very nice. Thank you, Jeff. That's awesome. It was just right off the drop off here. It's early morning. It's flat, calm. Another beautiful day at Hawk Lake. After a morning of exploring the main lake, we stopped at the lodge for lunch before heading out to Patty's, one of the many out lakes available to guests here at Hawk Lake Lodge. With warmer temperatures and higher wind forecasted for the afternoon, I was intrigued to see how the fish would be feeding. We've come to one of the out lakes, Patty's Lake, and the wind has picked up a bit, so Jeff suggested that we put on a grasshopper. We're fishing topwater, and the grasshoppers have really taken off right now. I think with this little bit of wind, we might find some success.
So on Patty Lake, mainly our focus is the drop-off and the rock structure. There's a lot of boulders, big rocks, big shoals that we're fishing here, and a lot of the times, if you don't have that, we fish the drop into deeper waters.
Jeff's suggestion was correct, and it wasn't long before we located active fish. Let's see what we got.
All right,
Oh,
nicer
that's a nice fish. Oh no!
Damn.
Fortunately, that happens sometimes. It could be that I didn't strip set hard enough and really get the hook in there. It could be that because we used barbless hooks, it came out on a pop. Regardless, it's a little bit heartbreaking, but that's okay. That was a beautiful fish, and I know there's more in this lake.
That was a subtle take.
That was a very subtle take. Oh my gosh. It's very much like a suck it below the surface.
Yeah, it was. It looks like a
This is
decent
feeling
fish,
like
too.
a very nice fish, actually.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Trying to bring him up for you. I always wanting to go under the boat.
Once they see it.
And 1, 2, there we go. Beautiful. That is awesome. Most of the takes we've had so far this afternoon have been really aggressive, but this one was just sucked it right under the surface. That's awesome. And what a beautiful fish.
After having success with grasshoppers, Jeff and I decided it could be fun to switch things up and see if I could have any success with poppers. And boy, was that the meal ticket.
Something hit it.
Yep, got it. Oh!
I think I see something. It's still there. Yeah.
Nice. What beautiful subtle takes. Oh, he's diving down. Got him. Oh, nice. Thank you, Jeff.
Beautiful. That's a nice fish.
Pops right out.
Nice striping too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
With the sun setting, we headed back to the lodge, eager to chat with newfound friends and plan for another adventure tomorrow. Of the many opportunities offered to guests at Hawk Lake Lodge, riding in side-by-sides to one of the many outlakes may just be my favorite. Jeff and I loaded the vehicle and headed out.
It's another beautiful day at Hawk Lake Lodge, and today Jeff is taking me to one of the outpost lakes. I think it's Lake 19, right?
Correct. Yeah. We've done a short ATV ride and then we have another little bit of a hike, but Lake 19 is just behind us. A lot of good smallmouth fishing there, and that's about all that's in there.
Awesome, let's grab our gear and head out.
Oh, there is a fish there.
Yeah?
Yeah, on top of the boulder, just swam to the right. He was
Okay.
really close to you, definitely looking at it. Yeah. It's right in that area. So with that fish refusing to fly there, I think we might want to change out to something a little bit more subtle, either a dragonfly pattern or a grasshopper to start out with.
All right, Jeff, sounds good.
Switching the fly seemed to do the trick, and it wasn't long before I was into the fish.
You had to follow, put it back there. Put it back to where it was.
Yeah.
He's swimming to the boat now, to the right.
I didn't see him at all.
I would just try maybe one towards that right boulder. Just hit that, bring it in, and we'll see.
Fish.
Nice.
So fun. These takes have been super subtle. And I'm really having to work my patience and let the fly sit on the water for 10 to 15 seconds before strips. That's when we've been getting the most takes. Ugh.
Nice. Hard hit.
Hard hit. Wow. Ooh, this fish is staying down. That was awesome. I love it when they hit topwater that hard. You guys
Just
not
about.
quite ready.
No.
Perfect. Dark one.
Yeah, it is.
Whoa.
Oh. Nice.
Whoa.
You might have touched the boulder.
Cause I strip set that one.
Yeah, you did. No, that was a good set. Oh, that's a different fish.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a better fish.
That's a beautiful fish. Okay, buddy, come on. Okay. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think I know actually what I did wrong there. And this is something that I have a really bad habit of doing actually, is in the excitement of fighting a fish, I have a tendency to pull with the fish in the same direction they're going. Oh my gosh, someone just came up and grabbed my fly. Maybe we'll talk about this later.
Nice.
Very nice.
Sometimes, even when the fish are active, you just can't seem to connect. After a few misses, I was frustrated and needed to slow down to ensure I set the hook properly. Once again, my patience and my time were well rewarded.
I was awake. Yep. Nice.
You know what? Give him a little bit of space to run. This guy's got energy. Try and keep tight. Let's see if we can get him up here in a minute. There we go. Nice. Thank you, Jeff. Woohoo! What was really interesting about that last fish is that it took significantly closer to the boat and in significantly deeper water than I was expecting. Up to this point, I hadn't been fishing the fly that close back to the boat. So what I think I'm going to do moving forward is really make sure I'm taking my popper during my retrieve all the way back instead of only fishing it halfway back. See if I can get any more follows from the shallows into deeper water.
Before heading to one of the other outlakes for the afternoon, Jeff took the time to share with me some of his favorite flies to use when fishing for smallmouth bass in late summer.
So for later season smallmouth, targeting in, say, mid to late July, going into August, we're using a number of different patterns from various topwaters like the mouse. We have deer hair divers, hard body popper, and then a few more subtle like the dragonfly and hopper pattern. These, when you're seeing fish rising, when you're seeing anything on the surface, are a good pattern, or patterns to work dawn and dusk, usually when the sun's not high in the sky. Using a sink tip line, a full sink line, something to get down, but small leech patterns, small game changers, anything that'll imitate smaller bait fish that we have here, like the perch, Cisco and shiners, and then also dragonflies or large nymph patterns to use as well. So on South Viaduct Lake here, we'll be focusing on the shoreline structure, casting around to the weeds, the tree downs that we see, but we will work these flies pretty much all the way to the boat. A lot of the fish in this lake like to follow, usually hitting on the paws.
Nice.
Nice.
That was a bit more of a subtle take than we've seen so far on this lake, but what I've noticed, ooh, that's a nice fish. Okay. Up, and oh, right into the net. That's
nice.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jeff.
Not a problem. Nicely done.
It's a nice fish.
Yeah, it is. There are a number of lakes to choose from at Hawk Lake Lodge, whether you want to target smallmouth bass, walleye, pike, or even lake trout. There's good options for everything. Throughout the seasons, you can always kind of find good fishing.
On day 4 of my adventure at Hawk Lake Lodge, Jeff took me by ATV to a lake not too far from the main lodge to target large smallmouth bass.
Today we are on North Viaduct Lake. This lake has a lot of quick drop-offs, stained water, and a lot of boulder point structures. So we're going to be casting tight to those drop-offs and tight to the boulders, and try and work it pretty much all the way to the boat like we did on South Viaduct.
Fish. Very nice. So we've just pulled up here. We're at North Viaduct Lake, one of the outlakes here at Hawk, this morning, and it is a beautiful morning. Let's see if we can get this guy. Not quite ready yet.
Likes the under that boat.
I know. And ready. Nope. Ready. It's making us work for it this morning. Ready? Oh my gosh, these fish are so fun to fight. Almost, they have a lot of, whoop, there we go. Energy, thank you.
Starting to rain.
Is it?
Unfortunately, Mother Nature had other plans for us today, and after only one fish, a heavy thunder and rainstorm came our way. We headed off the water Thankful it was only a short ATV ride back to the main lodge. Lucky for me, despite the rain and thunder, I was able to indulge in some reading time by the fire and a delicious meal. When the rain stopped after dinner, I was able to chat with longtime guests Charles and Deborah about their love for Hawk Lake Lodge.
So there are so many things that I love about this lodge. The obvious is the breathtaking beauty of the entire area. Incredible hospitality, but honestly, what I enjoy most about the fishing is the variety of fishing experiences, and that to me makes this place unbeatable. People will say to us, why do you go back? Year after year after year. There are we know there's 10,000 lakes in Minnesota. I don't know how many thousands of lakes in Canada. We come back here because I can honestly say, we come back here for lots of reasons. One is that Ted treats us like family. The guides are pretty much the same. Many of the guides are the same year to year, which I think speaks so much to how a place is run.
How well Ted runs it. The guides are very loyal to Ted, and that makes us feel good because we want to participate in a program that's that supportive of the young people who come. And the guides are all just young guys. It's so much fun to get to know them.
We entertain them. we entertain them. We have our games. But literally, so I figure over the years, I've probably fished here 70 days, maybe 80 days, and I can honestly say I have never had a bad day fishing here. So my feeling is I've got heaven on earth, or at least heaven in Canada. We will continue to come back here. Like I said, since that first summer, however many years ago it was, we've come every single summer that we've been able to, and that's going to continue.
And we've already booked 2 weeks for next summer.
For my last day of fishing at Hawk Lake Lodge, I was joined by guide Jones LeBeau. Jones took me on a lovely hike out to one of the back lakes, known for big smallmouth bass. It didn't take long to hook into our first fish of the day.
Very, very nice. Oh, he's coming in fast. Whoa, that's a nice fish. Nice, active, right off this rocky point. Bring him up to you, Jones. I'm trying to bring him up, but also not pull him in the same direction he's going. Don't want to lose your fly. This seems to be the fly. Man, these fish are so active today. It's a very calm morning. It's warmed up a bit and the bass are on. And they're on Topwater. see, pretty. Let's see if we can get them up to you. And there we go. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, that's a nice one.
After another successful morning, Jones and I stopped off for a short lunch. Jones and I headed out for the afternoon, and I was hopeful to find a few more active bass before the day was through.
Oh, nice. That was a nice take. It's really surprising sometimes. These fish will take right close to the boat. They're definitely not boat shy when they are hungry. Oh man, he's taking me right under. Good. Here. Bring him over. He's almost ready. There we go. Awesome. Thanks, Jones.
After this final epic day on the water, sitting with new friends to share stories may just be the best part of all.
After a fantastic few days, my trip to Hawk Lake Lodge has come to an end. I'd like to thank Ted, Jones, and Jeff for such a wonderful time. If you'd like to learn more about Hawk Lake Lodge or our show, visit us on the web at www.thenewflyfisher.com. From all of us here at The New Fly Fisher, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
The New Fly Fisher is supported by Hawk Lake Lodge, Northwest Ontario Tourism, Scientific Anglers, Trout Unlimited, WeatherTech Canada,